Tony Hinchcliffe has made a career out of making people angry. He started a hit podcast where he ruthlessly roasts comedians on stage, has insulted people like Tom Brady and Snoop D-O-double-G to their faces, and has even made world headlines when he told an off-color joke at President Trump's final campaign rally.
And, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
When it comes to comedy, Tony Hinchcliffe is at the top of his game. But he stepped on a lot of heads to get where he is. So who do those heads belong to? Whose lives did Tony Hinchcliffe ruin? Where are they now? Today, let's focus on Joelberg Jimenez, who, hitherforth, I'll just call Joelberg.
Right.
Yeah.
Your hair is like a crazy texture, man.
Thank you.
You look like you're like part sea otter or
Thank
something,
you.
man.
There you go. There you go. Years.
I liked your set, but can I ask you a serious question?
Yes.
Why'd you kill Selena?
There you go.
He's like, bro, burn him.
Very good. Joelberg?
I didn't know the Bhagwan had joined Run DMC.
Joelberg Joel Jimenez made his first appearance on Kill Tony, episode 142. At the time, he was just another stand-up comedian, but was in a band with former Kill Tony guitarist Pat Reagan. Joelberg got drawn out of the Kill Tony bucket and, like all others, performed 60 seconds of comedy.
Fuck yeah, Joel Jimenez coming in. Crushing. This is your first time on the show, right?
Yeah.
Nice
first
to meet
time,
you,
yeah.
buddy. How long have you been doing stand-up?
About 4 years.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Where?
Jimenez is the drummer of the Baby Boys.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
Give it up.
Baby Boys is Pat Reagan's band that I am a huge fan of.
Shortly thereafter, Joelberg became a cast member of Kill Tony and was part of the show for almost 5 years. From 2015 to 2020, Joel was a crowd favorite. The live audience even had their own chant for when Joelberg nailed a joke.
I was gonna say, judging by the way you look, this isn't the first time you've been randomly selected. Hey, I always wonder what the Blue Man Group looked like without makeup, eh? Angel, you said you're mixed with what? Cabbage Patch Kid?
Joelberg, Joel and the rest of the band brought a lot of life to Kill Tony. They would dress up as different sets of characters on every show and playfully give Tony a hard time. Fans loved it, and it's clear that even Tony knew the band brought a lot to the show. But over time, it began to wear on Tony. As Kill Tony became more popular, Tony began to express more and more frustration with them. He wanted a band that would play music, follow orders, and not ask too many questions.
And all the people that would have laughed at that.
Well, I usually bartend, and I got some good
You look like
material
the
with
bar.
that. I know.
A bar? What's the skinny on that?
Wow, I didn't get that one at all. You look like the bar. What was that? Can you explain that for us?
Well, she's skinny. I thought a bar.
Oh,
And then I asked, what's the skinny on that?
wow.
And then,
Wait, I think he's getting booze, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I
This
did
is
not hear booze.
This is a guy that started his career with his own chant, and now it's come to this.
Tensions were rising on the Kill Tony crew. Then suddenly, in the fateful year of 2020, the comedy scene changed forever. The Comedy Store, which is where Kill Tony started, closed down due to government restrictions. Kill Tony had to change. The problem was, no one could have expected what those changes were going to be.
For a brand new episode of Kill Tony, give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Pasadena Ice House, we're here. Make some fucking noise. Fuck yeah.
Desperate to keep their show afloat, Tony and his co-founder Brian, the Podfather, Redban, tried everything they could to keep Kill Tony alive. They did remote shows with empty rooms. They even rented out an isolated studio to broadcast from. Kill Tony was struggling, but the band was right there the whole time. But despite their loyalty and dedication, Tony only seemed to resent them more and more.
Well, we use charts, but I can tell you that.
Give me something good. Give me a good
Red
thing
Band
here.
uses shot.
Joel, shut the fuck up.
The North Node of
To place 40 minutes from Calabasas.
Yeah, I thought it was funny to say that was on the fringes. Get it?
No,
YouTube will love it.
We don't get it.
Yeah, I got it.
There's no getting it. YouTube will love
I've
it.
never seen Rocky either, dude.
By the way, when you're playing for not the people in the room and not
People that live in Los Angeles.
and not your peers, but for the people on YouTube, you're doing something wrong.
Hell yeah, dude. There's no people in this room.
Things were coming to a head, and something had to give. Tony wasn't going to let his beloved show die. He had things in the works, and Kill Tony fans couldn't wait to see what him, Redban, and their beloved band was going to do to save the show. But then...
Don't worry, you are.
And what's your name, young lady?
Hi, I'm Rhonda, the former manager of the Arizona branch, but we have all just transferred recently to the new Austin branch.
Wow. People are moving. People are moving. And who are you back there, young Bullwinkle?
Oh, the name's Clarence, and honestly, I hate it here. It seems like a very irrational decision by my boss to move us to Austin so quickly.
Thanks to an offer from the great and powerful Joe Rogan, Kill Tony, which had been at the Comedy Store for over 7 years at that time, was moving to Austin. Big things were in the works, we were told. The show was going to be better than ever, they said. But when Tony and Redban finally revealed what the show would look like after their move to Austin, this is what we got.
Yeah. And how about a big hand for the new Austin Kill Tony band, huh? Sean Dees, Michael Gonzalez, Michael Hale, Jimmy Blazer, all here.
Oh, yeah.
Red Band, it feels like shades of home. This feels like normal now.
It almost feels normal, yeah.
This is our second week here at Antone's. Red Band and I are now residents of Austin, Texas, real Texans.
Now, if it feels like I skipped something, that's how we all felt when this happened. Tony and Redban had made some deals behind closed doors, and then suddenly, the best damn band in the land was made up of entirely different members. There wasn't even a mention of the old band, and Kill Tony fans were furious. The whole feeling of this show is off now. I miss the band. It's just like, wow, no mention of the fucking band at all. Just like that, gone. Not very funny without Jeremiah and Joelberg, but none of the outrage mattered. The band had to accept the fate that Tony Hinchcliffe had doomed them to. And if you ask me, this broke Joelberg's heart.
Dude, I know. You guys ready? Are you guys ready for Papatron? Papatroncitos!
I've honestly never been more happy to be mentally ill in my life because I can't think about any of it. I just have to not die. Don't worry, it's gonna be okay, but...
According to Redban himself, the band was being paid in exposure, which means they had next to nothing to show for their time on Kill Tony. Joelberg is still doing stand-up comedy, which is the very industry which Tony himself claims to be at the top of. You would think, given all his power, that Tony could offer Joel a development spot on the show, as a comic, at least. After all, Kill Tony is the #1 live podcast in the world. Or at least that's just something Tony says.
With a new 60 seconds. Live on Kill Tony, the #1 live podcast in the world. Vanessa Johnston.
Are you #1 now?
Yeah, it's something I just say.
Either way, I know I'm not alone in wishing the best for Joelberg Joel Jimenez, and I hope to see him make a comeback someday soon. I have been Critical Leaks. Please like and subscribe, and in the meantime, be nice.